you guys might have heard the situation with Raja Jackson. And this is the son of Rampage Jackson. Apparently, he got into some type of ego trip and he started beating the shit out of this guy. Now, I'm going to choose Moist Critical's video because he is very good at censoring stuff and he has a lot to lose. He doesn't want to get a community guideline making millions of dollars on his YouTube channel. So he's good. He makes it very censored for YouTube. So let's take a look at what actually happened over here. And then we'll take a look at the deep dive that an MMA channel did. So let's take a look. So he jumps on the stage. The other ones are doing their wrestling, whatever. He does the takedown. It looks, regular stuff, scripted, whatever. And then he just starts wailing on him. While the guy's unconscious. And even like censored like that, I'm kind of like iffy. Like I don't want to show too much. But at some point, other people get involved and stop the beating. Like this guy is beating up someone who is completely unconscious. So, yeah. Now this guy gets involved and stops the situation. So, yeah, 27 punches while the guy's unconscious. So it's really, really extreme stuff, really uncalled for. And what we'll do right now is we'll take a look at someone who is in a good position to explain the situation because this is a MMA channel. So it's called ITP MMA Live. And the title of the video is Raja Jackson's attempted murder case is more disturbing than you think. So it looks like we are going to get the entire context here. Without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, we already seen that. I don't want to get my channel demonetized, a brand new channel. Let's be kind of cautious. But yeah, he beat the fuck out of him. So yeah, so let's take a look.
I genuinely think that this video might get taken down if I do. Regardless, I will have a link in the description where you can watch the whole thing yourself. I make a lot of videos where I'll say that I disagree with what someone did or what someone said, but I'll still make a few dumb jokes and try to make light of the situation. But this is some genuinely despicable stuff. And the fact that everything that led up to this attack was captured on 4K quality via his Kick live stream is going to be really bad for Raja when he inevitably finds himself in court, because I think this dude just ruined his life, all for some internet clout, by the way. Of course, not only is Raja the son of an MMA legend like Rampage, but he himself is an MMA fighter too, so this really does not help in painting the sport in a positive light. And yeah, in this video we're going to be talking about all this and more. Okay, here's what started things off.
So what I find interesting is that this happened on Kick, and Kick had a rough week. I'm sure you guys are familiar if you've been watching my channel or other channels. There was that incident with the French streamer that died live on air. Well, it turns out there's a lot more to that story. Turns out that those two guys were previously investigated for that torture, possibly even arrested. I haven't looked into it that deep. And there's also allegations that the guy's father is really well connected in that town. So that's why the coroner was saying, oh, we can't determine the cause of death. There's no foul play here. So there might be corruption involved. Now, that being said, Kick had a rough week where that thing just went viral, and now this is going viral where this guy is almost killed on stream again. So they're gonna need to crack down on this shit, because you don't want your platform to be associated with all the degenerate shit. Like, yes, Johnny Somali was on Kick, Ice Poseidon's on Kick, and they're kind of like on the line of what's acceptable or not. But straight up violence is never a good look for advertisers. Advertisers are just gonna pull off. So we'll see what happens with that. If I'm assuming this guy is gonna get permabanned, like I don't see what else could possibly happen.
Where's the real McKill at? Where's he at?
You don't need to worry about him. You need to be worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little.
Oh, you don't know it?
All right, let's watch that again.
Oh!
So he just broke like a can of Red Bull on the guy's head. Okay.
Easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will.
No.
We're good.
I will
Sorry,
fuck.
The amount of testosterone there, they're all trying to figure out who's the biggest tough guy and who has the biggest dick. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, obviously that was uncalled for. Not worth sending the guy to the morgue or the hospital.
Him up, bro. I don't play that shit.
Look, I think that we can all agree that this guy smashing a can on Raj's head was completely uncalled for, and I would argue that any of us would be pissed off too if that were done to us. The can smasher's name is Psycho Stu, and it seems clear that this was the first time he and Raja had met. I also think it says a lot that all the other wrestlers who saw what happened immediately jump in to let Raja know that Psycho Stu was out of line. Stu says he thought Raja was a fellow pro wrestler, which I really don't know if that makes smashing a can on his head any more reasonable, but for what it's worth, Stu does apologize pretty quickly after realizing what he did was stupid. In fact, Stu apologizes 2 more times after this.
Fucking seal that.
I'm
Sorry, bro.
Hey, it's gonna all work out, dude.
Yeah, as long as I can do that. Yeah.
It's all gonna work
All
out.
right, bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I apologize.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker.
I mean, this could have been it. The guy did something stupid. He apologized. That's it. End of story. No need to go batshit crazy and start beating the guy to death. But I wonder if there's more to it. I wonder if there's more to just this, because this seems to be like a disagreement. They handle it like men, move on. You know, there's a lot of testosterone flowing. They're like, all right, whatever, disagreement, let's move on. But yeah.
I get it.
Still, we're not working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Os? We're always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your mat so we could fucking seal the whole thing and we'll make something out of it.
Like, the guy clearly felt bad about what he did, and he went out of his way to apologize 3 whole times within 5 minutes of the incident. It was obviously a really stupid thing for him to do, but the guy was a man enough to admit his mistake, and at this point, that's the best thing that he could have done, and I personally feel like all of his apologies were sincere. And I will say that at this point in the live stream, it really did seem like cooler heads prevailed. The guys were able to broker some peace between Raja and Stu, and the plan was for Raja to be a surprise guest during the wrestling match where he gets to take down Stu and land a punch or two, but like fake wrestling punches, obviously. Raja was given the VIP treatment by the show where he got to be backstage and hang out with the crew, and he was given front row seats for when the event started. It seemed like water was under the bridge and everyone was on the same page until Raja sat down and started reading his live stream chat. And unfortunately, this guy got—
That's the problem. He is going to let his ego take over. I knew something was going to happen, and yup, it had to do with ego. Everything was chill, and all of a sudden, he starts reading his chat. Everybody's calling him a cuck, calling him a bitch, saying, how are you going to let him cuck you like that? And you guys know that right now we have a pretty small, tight-knit community. You know, I'm a new streamer. But once you have a large volume of viewers, there will be trolls that are just out there to see you fuck up. They want you to make mistakes. And that's exactly what's about to happen right here. I knew some shit was gonna happen.
Rage baited by his chat so hard to the point where he went from relatively chill about the situation all the way back to wanting to fight Psycho Stu again.
So, GF, and the motherfucker hit me with a can, thought I was a pro wrestler and shit because I have a camera and stuff. And he's a little like fucked up, little drunk or something. And the shit pissed me off. And I'm gonna have to get him back. They said I can go in the ring and get his ass. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to him now. You thought I was at a gay strip club. What the fuck?
So when that's so funny, a gay strip club with a bunch of wrestlers, and that's the thing. You can see here that this is going to bite him in court, where there's premeditation. The guy is saying, "I don't know what I'm gonna do to him, but I have to get back at him." So there is premeditation here. That is going to be a significant problem when this ends up in court, because it will. Like, you can't just wail on someone that is unconscious and expect to get away with it. It's not going to happen.
Literally said that he and Stu were chill like 15 minutes earlier, but his dumbass chat kept calling him a pussy for not fighting him on the spot over a misunderstanding.
No, I'm beating this guy's ass, bro. I'm trying to see how long I get to stay in there for. I don't know how long I get to stay in there.
Bro, when the cops see this clip, which they absolutely will, by the way, seeing as it's not hard at all to find the full live stream online, they are going to realize that the attack was premeditated, which is going to make this situation so much
It's exactly what I just said. This is premeditated assault. This is not good. Assault with several injuries, with severe injuries. What's up, everybody? We have a lot of people in the house. Justine, Riverwind, Vestige of Peace, Maddie, thank you for being here. Z Gundam, nice to see you here, you guys.
much worse for Raja.
I'm shutting this fucking shit down, chat. Fuck this dude. I ain't gonna hurt him too bad, though.
You really see the descent into madness as he lets himself get riled up again by his chat. Mind you, by the time that he says this, the event has been going on for about 50 minutes, and the entire time he's been staring at his phone talking to the chat. This is some hardcore mental illness. He's invited to be a special guest at the show, he claims to be a fan of pro wrestling, yet he's consumed by the thoughts and opinions of people he doesn't even know who are egging him on to commit battery live on camera. Is this seriously what the world has come to now?
You think I'm capping?
Yes, that's seriously what the world is coming to. The thing is that ego is very, very dangerous, and pride is very dangerous. This guy saw that he was getting punked, even though he handled himself decently. He said, no, don't play with me. I'm not a wrestler. I'm just here as a guest. The guy apologized. That's it. Move on. And this could have been, good for his career. He's there. He's going to come on stage. He performs. But no, this guy threw it all away because of his massive, insanely, overly inflated ego. Overinflated.
Cairo, you think I'm fucking capping? I'm not capping, nigga. Straight up. Oh, you think he's stronger than me? I'm not playing. I'm straight up, for real. I'm not playing no games, bro. I'm not playing no fucking games. I don't know how old the nigga is.
Do you see what I mean? He is so concerned about what his chat thinks of him. Dog, they're just names on a screen that are trying to get a rise out of you, and it's working. Could you imagine being so insecure that you let a bunch of random people online influence your actions and decisions? Could you imagine being so insecure that you let a bunch of random people online convince you to nearly beat a man to death?
So, like Maddie said over here, this is the Johnny Somali defense, which is a defense that doesn't work in court. The chat made me do it. No, dude, the chat cannot convince you to commit felonies. Only you can make that decision. And in this case, he did. He's about to go on there and commit that very, very serious crime. Like, dude, you just got played. You got played by your own chat. You guys know Ice Poseidon. I covered him in multiple videos. His chat is so toxic. They actually called a bomb threat while he was on a plane. They just want to see his demise. That's all they want to see. So yeah, this is what's happening right here. It's people that don't have his best interest at heart. They just want to see him get completely owned. And in this case, it's going to be criminal charges. So up to here, scripted, perfectly fine. It was part of the show. It's all planned. And then, yeah. Okay. Well, we already seen this, and I'm not getting a guideline strike. So let's see what happened afterwards.
You have your mic on you, right?
Yeah, I got my fucking mic.
Look at that. His shirt's full of blood. It's crazy. It's nuts.
I think you should have hit me with a fucking beer can. I'm tired of everybody thinking I'm soft and weak and shit.
Dude, the first
The first
thing he does when he's removed from the venue is respond to his chat. Let that sink in. IRL streaming is a plague to society where a bunch of children are steering the lives of man-children. And I understand that Raja just punched a lifeless body 22 times in a row, but this might be the craziest part of the entire situation for me. Dude, you just committed a fucking felony on camera. The last thing you should be worrying about is if Noob Slayer 69 thinks the altercation was staged.
Who told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him? I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up.
Yeah, now they can't wake him up. Now what? Yeah, now you're going to prison. Now what? Like, maybe you should have thought about that before? Like, what the fuck?
He's fucking in the ring, fucking
They're using the word flatline. This guy's heart possibly has stopped. It's crazy.
My bad.
Didn't have to do all that shit.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, sure. Okay, my bad. Is that going to raise him from the hospital? From my understanding, he's still in the hospital. We are going to see after this video if there's any legal updates or anything like that. Did he get arrested? Is what's going on? But yeah, we're gonna find out soon.
Saying y'all had heat, you didn't have to fucking take it there.
My bad. What in the lack of accountability and emotional control is this? So fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure at this point. This is the last clip from the live stream. Yeah, if this is not a prime example of how society is deteriorating, then I don't know what is.
So that's his father, Rampage.
I hope it was staged. I hope it's staged.
No, it's not staged. It's not staged.
Because sometimes people do hardcore. Some people do hardcore for wrestling.
To be fair, it was staged in the sense that it was fully premeditated and planned for in advance, but the only one who knew what was going to happen was Raja. I love the reaction from both Rampage and Sneeko when they realize how serious the situation is. And then Rampage posted a PR response where he basically makes it seem like what Raja did was an accident instead of him viciously beating an unconscious man to the point where he needed to be pulled off by like 5 other guys. He seriously makes it seem like Raja was a part of a wrestling stunt gone wrong. Like, what the fuck is this? Rampage
That is ridiculous. That is not a wrestling stunt gone wrong. Come on, dude. I mean, I get it. That's his son, and you have to defend your kids, but like, you know, this looks terrible for him. There's no way to explain this other than he got seriously butthurt, and then he lost his mind, and then his mind went completely blank, and he beat the shit out of the guy while the guy is unconscious. So, yeah.
does claim that Psycho Stu was awake and stable as of last night, but I'm not entirely sure how much we can believe this because, again, this reads like a very PR formulated response, so who knows what's actually going on. But can we please talk about how Rampage ends the message by apologizing to Kick.com? I understand that he's probably making good money from doing these streams.
So he's not even concerned about the victim. He's worried about Kick, which is crazy.
And all, but this is a shameless level of bootlicking that I thought Rampage would be above, but I guess not. Oh, I'm sorry my daddy's at Kick.com. Please don't be mad at me for what my son did. I still want to make money off your platform. Please don't cut me off. Mind you, a couple of weeks ago, Rampage literally said on stream that he set aside bail money for Raja in case something ever happened.
Roger and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew they was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother.
So it's like you're covered, man. Whenever you commit crimes, I have bail money for you. That is ridiculous. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that.
Don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Well, that is not going to help his case when the court finds out that he had protection from his father, that he was already set to commit crimes, and that he was going to get bailed out immediately. That doesn't look good. That looks like premeditation, if you ask me.
This guy is so screwed. I don't know how much more of an open and shut case this is going to be, considering I was able to find all of these clips within an hour. When your dad feels the need to tell the world that you're such a loose cannon that he has to set aside bail money for you, that says a whole lot about your character. And as far as I'm aware, this is the complete story up to now. Not gonna lie, guys, this situation makes me feel pretty sad. I'm not sad for Raja, though. This guy is going to get what's coming to him, and frankly, he deserves every second of jail time that's for sure coming his way. I have seen clips of him and his dad doing IRL streams together, and it's weird. In most of the clips, it's actually Rampage being the one losing his cool on random people and getting into trouble. Raja seemed to be the chiller of the two, but that was just my impression from watching a very small amount of their content. But now that I'm done watching an entire 2-hour live stream of this guy, he seems very unstable. The amount of times he jumps back and forth from being angry to kind of chill is creepy as hell, and the way that he snapped clearly indicates that he's a danger to society. And you know what? I don't even feel bad for Rampage either. Sure, he wasn't at all responsible for what happened, but I will also say that he hasn't been a great example on how to act right over the last 2 decades either. Of course,
Yeah, the kid is totally unhinged. Like, totally unhinged.
I can say that he's been super weird towards female reporters in the past, but even nowadays, half the clips that I see posted from his live stream are him getting in people's faces or just being a nuisance in public. Given this is how he's always been, so I'm not going to say that he's doing all this.
I think I saw this guy stream with, I think it was Jack Doherty. Hold on. Yeah, well, anything that's coming up right now is about his son beating up that guy, so it's not gonna come up. But let's see if we see that his son got arrested. So Raja Jackson arrested. So the LAPD is investigating. There's outrage, but at this point, he hasn't been arrested yet. So in this case, I think they're going to investigate. No arrest yet, but there's no way he gets out of this without going to jail or without getting arrested. There's absolutely no chance whatsoever because that was so uncalled for, so unnecessary. Anyways, very good video by ITP MMA Live. That was pretty good.